Just consistency and being confident, and just being efficient, and just being able to be myself. And like I was saying, like not worrying about anything else but me and just trusting the process. It's not gonna happen overnight. Like, don't be expecting me to come down and shoot 6, 7 threes a night. Like, obviously that's what I'm working on, but like.
Last year, you made a powerful statement saying the reason people are watching women's basketball is not just because of one player, but because of you too. A year later, do you feel like you're
Next question.
Yeah, we'll move on. Thank you.
Angel Reese refused to say Caitlin Clark's name like it's Voldemort or something. But guess what? Caitlin doesn't need a shout out. She's already owning the league and renting space in Reese's head. Reese thought she was women's basketball, but it turns out she's just a dramatic subplot. Now she's watching from the sidelines, while Caitlin Clark carries the whole sport on her back. Let's dive into this deliciously awkward meltdown of misplaced confidence and basketball bitterness.
Do you remember this clip? The clip heard around the world. The clip that will be following Angel Reese for the rest of her career. As long as her games don't sell out, as long as her games don't attract a good number of celebrities, as long as her games don't have any type of viewership motion, for lack of better terms, as long as all those three facts remain the same, this clip is going to
Angel Reese was out here strutting like she personally invented women's basketball. She had the crown, the nickname, the eyelashes, and just enough attitude to fill a WNBA arena, provided Caitlin Clark was also on the ticket. But lately, something's changed. The air's different. The crowd's still here, the cameras are still rolling, but for some reason, they're not exactly zooming in on Reese anymore. Suspicious.
Statements that you've made in the past will come back to haunt you. Can come back to haunt you. This statement from Angel Reese has come back to haunt her enough that her mother, had to come out on Twitter and start complaining about that. Like, that is a statement that has come back to bite her in the ass because, let's be real, from a viewership and watching point of view, Angel is not in the top 4 to 5 biggest draws in this sport.
So what happens when the self-declared face of women's basketball is asked a simple question about Caitlin Clark, the one who's breaking records, ankles, and every defender's spirit within a 10-foot radius? Silence. Not the I'm deep in thought kind of silence, but the oops, did I just step on my own ego kind of silence. Glorious, awkward, and cringeworthy.
Championship game, and I've been dealing with this for 2 years.
It's not just because of one person, it's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that. Folks, it's been so long since I've seen this clip. Back to I'll spare you guys the unrivaled. It's been so long since I've seen this clip. I forgot how arrogant Angel Reese sounded. I forgot how full of herself Angel Reese sounded. I forgot not only how nasty she sounded, the nasty facial expressions coinciding with her answer. You can see it clear as day. It's written on her face. She's disgusted that she's not getting the credit that she does.
You see, the question was tossed like a soft lob. Hey, Angel, Caitlin Clark's kind of dominating the media cycle, the ratings, and, well, the court. What's your take? And Angel Reese, ever the gracious, media-savvy professional she fashions herself to be, responded with the diplomatic equivalent of slamming the door in someone's face while shouting, "Next question."
All right. I mean, we have to bring up attendance and ratings daily. Seriously, we do. Why? Because this kind of crap keeps happening. So Angel Reese was asked about this exact statement, and she decided to...
Oh, it was a thing of beauty. Not because it was graceful, please, let's not lie to ourselves, but because it was the verbal version of when a toddler pretends they can't hear you after you've told them to put their toys away. Reese didn't just ignore the question. She told the reporter to move on, as if Caitlin Clark is some low-level intern who accidentally wandered into a team huddle, as if the woman who's turning women's basketball into a mainstream spectacle is just some background extra in the Angel Reese show. Sweetheart, you wish.
As a team, the Liberty are the second biggest draw. the like other people are bigger draws. And straight away, next question. And people are gonna want to clown Angel Reese. That is the exact thing that she should have said last year. She unprovoked. Like she was unprovoked to say what she said last year. And not only was it false, it starts the conversation for every single time the views her viewership numbers are bad, the viewership conversation comes out. Because unfortunately, because of what the statement that she made a year ago, like that's never going to be stopped.
Because here's the deal. When you're the one driving the sport, you don't have to keep reminding everyone. The car just moves. The engine hums. The fans show up. The networks pay attention. And the highlights play on loop. And right now, that engine has Clark stamped on the hood. And it's leaving skid marks across every court in America. Meanwhile, Angel's out here arguing over who brought the snacks to the road trip like that matters when she's not even holding the keys anymore. And let's not forget, this isn't the first time Angel Reese has tried to manufacture the narrative. No. This is a seasoned veteran of self-promotion we're talking about. Remember when she boldly declared she was women's basketball? Like she handcrafted the WNBA with her bare hands and taught Lisa Leslie how to dunk? That wasn't confidence. That was delusion's final form. The kind of delusion that walks into a packed arena and assumes every single person is there to see her, even though the entire building is decked out in Clark jerseys. It's giving main character syndrome, but with none of the plot relevance.
Why her situation is starting to diminish now, because people are starting to see the true colors of Angel Reese. Now, we know she has went on rants time and time again with this whole Caitlin Clark debate that if it wasn't for Me Too, this would be happening. Well, I'm here to tell you, she don't feel that way anymore. I just gotta be honest with you. Angel ain't feeling that way no more. Me Too. She ain't got that same energy no more. Wanna know why? Because reality is set in.
Ah, the sweet, cruel beauty of sports. It couldn't care less about your Instagram captions, your press conferences, or your I'm here for the culture sound bites. Nope, it cares about results, actual stats, ratings, and the kind of influence that gets you booked for a primetime special. Right now, Caitlin Clark is out here checking every box like she's solving a Rubik's Cube, while Angel Reese is scrambling to rewrite the syllabus halfway through the semester. Spoiler alert, the class isn't buying it. And the homework's not getting graded. This situation is going about as smoothly as a flat tire on a pogo stick. Fast forward to that epic moment when Reese was handed the Caitlin Clark question like it was a hot potato dipped in toxic sludge. And what did she do? She froze, she dodged, she next questioned her way out of the frame, like someone who just realized they're no longer the headline, but the awkward footnote no one reads. That's not strategy, that's an Olympic-level panic attack, complete with a full-blown existential crisis. Watching her squirm was like witnessing a deer trying to avoid headlights, except the headlights were Caitlin Clark and the deer was, well, Angel Reese.
So next question. Now, keep in mind, whoever asked this, and there's people clowning the person that asked this, it was her statement going during the basketball season from last year, and the person's asking for her current feelings on said statement, her own statement. She pulled a next question. She ducked that. She duck goose that. Right.
And let's be honest, there's no universe where this silence is tactical. This isn't a carefully curated media move. This is a prideful retreat, because if she could speak on Clark's success with grace and class, she would have done it. But when someone's shine starts to outblind your own and the spotlight starts creeping away, sometimes all that's left is denial and a dramatic hair flip. At this point, Reese is treating Caitlin Clark's name like it's some kind of forbidden curse. Like saying it out loud will unleash a plague of reality where Reese isn't the queen bee, but just another solid player who might need a GPS to find the spotlight. Talented? Sure. But let's face it, she's no longer the main event. And that's gotta sting, right? Realizing that the crown you've been rocking so confidently might actually be made of tinfoil. Or worse, maybe it was never your crown to begin with. Oops. Someone call her a mirror. Reality's knocking.
Caitlyn garnered the most diverse fan base out of any player in the league. She has the most diverse fan base. I'm going to keep saying that because it is the truth. She got black, white, Hispanic. It does not matter. Caitlyn Clark is popping. And she didn't even have to play an unrivaled. She's popping so hard, she didn't even have to play an unrivaled. She garnered 1.3 million views in a...
Let's talk about presence, because for a while, Angel had it. She had swagger, she had the villain arc, she had TikTok doing dances in her name, but presence is like Wi-Fi. Strong one day, gone the next if you don't keep paying the bill. And Caitlyn, she's on unlimited data, baby. Her presence is earned. Every three-pointer, every no-look pass, every record shattered, it's all currency. Meanwhile, Reese is out here trying to barter with last year's clout like it still has value in today's market. It doesn't. Oh, and let's talk about the irony here. Angel Reese, the Angel Reese, once boldly claimed she was single-handedly building the popularity of women's basketball. And sure, she did help spark a moment. She had a storyline, a vibe, an Instagram post that could stop traffic. But there's a little thing called longevity, and that's where things get messy. A spark might light up your night, but a fire consumes everything. And right now, Caitlyn Clark is out here setting records on fire, while Reese is over in the corner waving around a Zippo from 2022, like it's still going to ignite a dynasty. Newsflash, Angel, the light went out, and the crowd's not coming back for round 2 of that moment you had. Meanwhile, Caitlyn's torching it, and the fans, they're showing up for that blaze, not the afterglow.
She talked about sold out arenas. What arenas are selling out that Caitlyn Clark isn't playing in? I need to know. I need to know. But the Las Vegas Aces. No, the Las Vegas Aces sell out their season tickets. Tell me somebody who's selling out every damn place they go that's not named Caitlyn Clark. Tell me somebody who's attracting celebrities, numerous celebrities everywhere they go, not named Oh, so people are only that's just in. What about viewership? Tell me everybody who's getting consistently over 1 million views on their basketball games, not named Caitlyn. Oh, okay. And then Angel Reese goes into, I'll be happy to play the villain role. I'll be happy to play the villain, but don't be mean to me.
The refusal to acknowledge Clark wasn't just petty. It was like watching someone try to squeeze into jeans 2 sizes too small and act like they don't know why they can't breathe. It was revelatory. It screamed, I'm sliding down the relevance ladder, and not even in a cool way. The truly tragic part? Reese could have taken the high road, embraced Clark's rise, and turned this into a rivalry for the ages. She could have been the dramatic foil to Caitlyn's underdog success story. Instead, she chose pettiness over progress, silence over sportsmanship, and ego over evolution. In short, she made herself the villain in a story she could have been the hero of. Talk about a missed opportunity and a major plot twist. Let's be clear, Angel Reese isn't untalented. She's got game, no doubt. But here's the thing, being great on the court doesn't give you a free pass to be the diva off of it. Newsflash, your legacy isn't built on how dramatically you avoid a question, it's built on what you actually do. And what Reese is doing right now is actively ignoring reality like it's a math test. When your reputation is more about what you won't say than what you've accomplished, honey, it might be time to put down the ball and pick up some self-reflection. And while you're at it, maybe call up a publicist. They'll help you turn next question into next level.
Angel realized she don't have Teresa Witherspoon to help keep her relevant anymore. She's gone. Teresa Witherspoon was keeping Angel Reese relevant with the double-double streak to create some type of something for her during her rookie year. Now, I'm telling you right now, Teresa Witherspoon is gone. Angel Reese will be a stretch 4. She's not even about to be getting rebounds anymore. Everything that was surrounding Angel Reese was manufactured. It wasn't a natural occurrence like it was with Caitlyn. Caitlyn shooting logo 3s natural.
Can we talk about how obvious this dodge was? It wasn't slick, it wasn't clever. It was like watching someone pretend they're on an urgent phone call to avoid their ex at a party. You know the type, head down, furiously tapping their phone like it's a life-saving device. But we all see you, Karen. We all see you. Everyone in that room knew what was going down. It was the most transparent thing since that time your friend accidentally texted their crush about you. Cringeworthy, painfully awkward, and just so painfully obvious that even the reporter was probably like, yeah, I'm not buying that either. When you're truly unbothered, you don't just pretend the other person doesn't exist. You talk about them. You applaud their greatness, even if you're still trying to figure out how to spell your own name correctly. But when the applause dies down and you're sitting there acting like the orchestra never showed up, honey, that's not confidence. That's insecurity wearing a sequin tracksuit and trying to hide behind a Gucci bag. It's the same energy as pretending you didn't hear someone call you out at the family BBQ. Everyone knows, and it's uncomfortable for all involved.
And my question is why? Why don't you like to talk basketball, Angel? Is it because you miss so many layups, you're so bad at basketball for real, and you probably really don't know how to break down the game for real to where you can sound and tell?
And let's not forget the fans. The real MVPs here. The ones who actually keep this sport alive and thriving. They're not just watching, they're watching like hawks at a buffet. They know the difference between genuine humility and manufactured drama from a mile away. So when Angel Reese tries to gaslight the entire sports world into thinking she's still the gravitational pull of women's basketball, all while dodging every mention of Caitlin Clark, the actual reason anyone's tuning in, it's not just laughable, it's like watching a bad magic trick where the rabbit's still in the hat. Seriously, trying to sell that kind of denial? It's like trying to sell sand in the desert. No one's buying it. Angel, the truth is simple. The sport has moved forward and Caitlin Clark is steering the ship. That's not opinion, it's fact. Delivered via sold-out arenas, primetime games, and social media charts that look like a SpaceX launch. Meanwhile, Angel's out here trying to hold on to the co-pilot seat while pretending she was flying the plane all along. It's okay to not be the center of the universe anymore.
And if you look at all of her interviews, her interview this year, it's very clear she's either someone sat her down as like basically not coaching her through answers, but she's not saying saying stuff like this again. And by the way, you can be that type of like outspoken player, but you got to cash the checks. You've got to cash the checks. If you're going to write a check, you have to cash them. And she knows.
So here we are. Angel Reese, the once proud protagonist, is now just a side character in her own drama. She could have been a legend, but instead, she's giving us a cautionary tale about pride, pettiness, and the tragic downfall of thinking the world stopped spinning because your Twitter mentions took a vacation. It's like watching a reality show contestant who peaked too early, except the only thing getting dunked is her ego. Talk about a plot twist no one saw coming, except everyone. And the kicker? Caitlin Clark didn't have to say a word. She didn't need to clap back, didn't need to subtweet, didn't even need to flinch. Her game did all the talking. Her game stole the show. Her game made Reese so uncomfortable she couldn't even form a sentence. That's not just dominance, that's psychological real estate fully leased. So go ahead, Angel, keep dodging the question. Keep pretending the throne hasn't already been claimed. But just know this, every time you say next question, the real answer becomes clearer. You're not avoiding Caitlin Clark, you're avoiding the truth.